Tiffany, and thanks for joining me today as I take on life. Today, I'll be doing something a little bit different. I'd like to speak on a subject that is very near and dear to my heart. If you've been following me for the past couple of weeks, you'll know that I have recently, in the last couple of months, been diagnosed with dissociative amnesia. It's not a common thing in the general population to get, so it's not very well known what it is or what the side effects of it are. I can tell you that it definitely changes your life and that it makes things a lot more challenging than it needs to be. It's almost like you're living a double life, but you can't remember what your other half of your life is. So I just wanted to get into that and speak on that, bring some awareness to this in case anybody else is going through this and can't find information on it. Just so that if you know someone with it, that you have an idea of what they're going through. Dissociative amnesia is a very specific form of amnesia. It's considered to be worse than normal. You forget more than you normally would with a regular amnesia, and it's not always short term. It can be long term. Some people can recover within a few hours. Some people it takes months or years. Myself personally, I'm just over 2 months of having it, and I still don't remember very much. It is considered a dissociative disorder, which is a mental illness technically. There's a breakdown where something in your brain isn't properly functioning and there's like a block. So your memories are there. It's not that you damaged your brain or injured yourself or had an accident and it's not going to come back ever. It will come back, and most of the time fully. It just takes time and working through what's going on, but there is something causing a mental block, and there seems to be some sort of a breakdown in cognitive function somewhere along the way where it relates to the memory. A lot of times it is caused by extreme stress from things such as physical abuse or natural disasters or somebody dying, something severe. In my case, it's not necessarily about that. In my case, there was extreme stress, but it was due to exhaustion, lack of nutrition, not taking care of myself. I've just recently been told that I have chronic insomnia, which I've pretty much gathered that I did. I don't sleep very much at all or very often. And when you don't sleep well, you probably know things are harder. You don't really put in as much effort to working out or cooking proper meals and making sure you have healthy snacks. So that all kind of led to my breakdown. I didn't have any kind of natural disaster or sudden loss in my life or scarring event, but a lot of times that is what causes it. So it's usually, from the research I've done on it, it only affects about 1% of the population of men and 2.6, I think it was, percent of the population of women. So it's not very common. I can tell you from firsthand experience that it's terrifying. I woke up in the middle of the night one night and I was laying in bed beside a guy in a dark room. I had no idea what the room was, where I was, how to get out of the room. I didn't know who the guy beside me was. And I honestly believed at first that I had been kidnapped and drugged or something, because I didn't remember how I got to that room or who the guy beside me was. It was my husband, and we had gone to bed normally the night before. Luckily, he eventually woke up and I told him, I don't know anything. I don't know where I am. I don't know who you are. He asked me if I knew my own name and stuff, and I didn't know a lot of my personal information. This has been going on for over 2 months and I still don't always remember the year I was born. I don't know my personal home address. It makes things really hard. I went to the hospital for 2.5 weeks, and of course, because of what's going on in the world, there was no visitors or anything. After I got released from the hospital, I've been doing counseling and seeing psychiatrists and talking to nutritionists and trying to get everything back on track, exercising more regularly, trying to get my sleep patterns in order. But as I'm doing this, I'm also trying to figure out, who am I? Because when you lose your memory, the type of dissociative amnesia I have is called, I think, autobiographical or something such as that. It's not that I forget everything. I remember things I've learned. I remember how to do things. I remember how to speak other languages, but I don't remember anything specifically related to myself. So I don't remember my personal details. I don't remember places I've worked, places I've gone, experiences I've had, events I've gone to. I don't remember all my friends and family. I don't really know much about who I was before I lost my memory that night. And it's scary. And it's also something that's very confusing. In some ways it's good because I don't remember much about who I was or what I liked. So I can start trying new things now and maybe find a new hobby or find something else I like that I might not have done before. But at the same time, it's so hard to not know who you were. Because you basically feel like just a person existing in a world where people are going about their regular lives. Most of the people that you come in contact with that know you know more about you than you know about yourself. You don't remember what your relationship with them was like. You don't know if you guys get along or you don't get along. You don't remember what's been said. You don't remember conversations you've had in the past. It's difficult. You feel like you're living this double life of, I'm this whole new person starting out on a new life and a new adventure. But meanwhile, I have this other life where I have my husband and my daughter, and I have a career at a job I work at that I don't even remember what I really do or where I work. And it's challenging because, even when you call for appointments to see doctors or psychiatrists or whatever, they always want your personal information. What's your address? What's your phone number? What's your date of birth? I don't know. I don't remember. And people can tell me every single day. And maybe one day I will remember it, and then the next I won't again. And if I repeat it over and over, sometimes by the end of the day, I can remember, okay, my birth year was this. But then I wake up the next morning, I don't remember again. And there seems to be this weird disconnect of, even if I learn the information, personal information about myself, I don't remember it the next day. And I don't understand why that happens. I'm not sure that anybody really does. But I do know that taking care of myself and getting myself healthier is going to be the way to fix it, because that's what has caused this to turn into such extreme stress and exhaustion to start with. But just know, if you happen to know somebody that has some sort of dissociative amnesia, be gentle with them. Give them a lot of patience. It's not easy. You feel very alone and very confused, and you feel like, even though there's so many people reaching out to you and offering advice and help and good wishes and saying, oh, hey, we're best friends and we've known each other this long and we did this together, I don't remember. And it's awkward feeling to have people approach you knowing more about you than you know about yourself and offering to help you, and they are basically complete strangers. It's hard to wake up every day and wonder how long it's going to take before you'll be able to remember anything about who you are or how you got to the place you're at. I have no recollection of my childhood. I have no recollection of my parents. I have no information on why I am the way I am, or who I am, or why I think certain things, or what I believe in. I'm just here, and I'm just existing, and I'm just trying to do my best to keep myself healthy so that there's the chance that I'll be able to remember at some point, hopefully sooner than later. It sucks. It's not easy to just constantly wake up day after day being confused and feeling so alone, even though you're not, and there are a lot of people around offering help. You still feel alone. And I think that's the hardest part, is it's hard to explain to people how you feel and how confusing and disorienting the whole experience is, because you're speaking normally, you're updating social media normally, you're making food, you're exercising, you're doing normal daily activities to take care of yourself, and people just see you as your normal self, like nothing's changed. And sometimes they interact with you that way and forget. And it's almost like you feel like an imposter, you know, like fake it till you make it. I feel like I'm just trying to fit into living a life of someone and doing my best to be who they were or are. And I try to pick up as many cues and hints about things, about relationships and places I've been, from pictures or going back on social media or hearing what people say. And I get bits and pieces of information everywhere that I try to put together, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I'm more confused than before I knew any information. But I keep being reassured by all my healthcare professionals that I will eventually get all of my memory back. They can't give me a timeline, which is frustrating. I mean, it's been over 2 months that I've been out of work and not being able to remember anything and not being able to go anywhere by myself, really, because I can't remember my address or how to get home, and I could get lost easily. I can't always remember like my PIN numbers for my debit cards and my credit cards and stuff if I wanted to go to the store to buy things. It's a challenge every single day to just get up and try to exist in this world, in this life that I know nothing about. And if you've ever gone through dissociative amnesia or you're going through it right now, my heart goes out to you. I hope that anybody who gets this fully recovers, because I would not want to be stuck like this forever, not knowing what is going on or who I am. But I just wanted to do a video and let people know, like, it's a serious issue. It is a dissociative disorder, which is a mental health issue. Nobody would want to forget their memories. Nobody purposely does this to themselves. There's no intent. Even in my situation where I wasn't properly eating or exercising and I wasn't sleeping properly, I didn't purposely not sleep all night. Like, I have insomnia. I didn't purposely not eat healthy. I was just too tired between working all day and taking care of my child at night to sit down and prepare a proper healthy meal. And it's one of those snowball effects in my situation where one thing started and then the next and the next, and then it just got out of control to the point that I got so unhealthy that this happened. And I truly am trying to change my life for the better, to make my health better so that this memory can come back and it doesn't happen again. But I'm just at a loss for words of trying to explain how it feels. Like, it's so disorienting and it's so challenging. And there are days when you wake up and just wish that you lived somewhere else. Sometimes you feel like you just want to run away and move to another city and start a new job where nobody knows you. But in my case, I have a husband and a daughter and people that care about me, and I know that that's not the right solution, as much as I feel like it would be beneficial for me to just get on with life and start a new life. I have a life that I'm sure I love, and it's hard to fight yourself and fight your own brain when your brain's telling you you don't remember anything. Why don't you just start over? Start a new life where you can remember things. And then your heart's telling you, no, you're where you need to be. You need to stick this out and do your best and try every single day to get up and fight this. And you're strong enough to do this. And your brain's going, I don't know. Like, maybe you're not. What if you don't get your memories back? So it's a constant battle. And my heart truly goes out to anyone with any kind of amnesia, but especially if you have the dissociative amnesia or you don't remember anything personal about yourself. And that I just wanted to make some awareness around this and let people know what it's like. So thank you for tuning in today. Thanks for letting me go on a little rant about my current condition and how it affects my life. And hopefully we'll see you again soon. Thanks.